Now, in the local elections tomorrow, the National Election Commission forecasts voter turnout at 60%. Now, this is 6% higher from last local elections back in 2010.
And with a look ahead to voting day, our political correspondent Ji Myung-kil joins us live. So, Myung-kil, tomorrow is the big day.
Yes, tomorrow Koreans will head to the polls between 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to select nearly 4,000 local administrative and legislative officials. Let's take a look at the most contested regions. According to the most recent opinion polling from last week, the ruling Saenuri Party had the upper hand in 6 regions, while the main opposition New Politics Alliance for Democracy held strong in 5 regions. And in 4 other regions, the rival party candidates were neck and neck. Independent candidates are running close with their counterparts in the city of Busan and Gwangju.
Let's look at the hot zones, or the most hotly contested or important battlegrounds.
Well, according to the latest polls that were released on May 28th, Seoul, Incheon, and Gyeonggi-do province are the key battlegrounds since they hold half of Korea's total population and are seen as a stepping stone to the presidential ticket. Incumbent Seoul Mayor Park Won-soon held a comfortable lead by more than 18 percentage points against his Saenuri Party rival Chung Mong-jun. In the port city of Incheon, incumbent Mayor Song Yeong-kil was in a dead heat with his conservative counterpart Yoo Jung-bok, with only a 3.2 percentage point difference. For the governor's seat in Gyeonggi-do province, the Saenuri Party's Nam Kyung-pil held a slight lead with 36%, while Kim Jin-pyo of the main opposition New Politics Alliance for Democracy was at 34.7%. In the ruling party's stronghold of Busan, independent Oh Go-don was neck and neck with the Saenuri Party candidate Seo Byung-soo. And in the Liberals' power base of Gwangju, independent Kang Un-tae trailed behind the MPAD's Yoon Jang-hyun by 1.1 percentage points. In the 2 Chungcheong-do provinces, which are known to be swing regions, the MPAD's An Hee-jung and Lee Si-jung were last seen pulling ahead their ruling party rivals for the governor posts.
Oh, now, Myung-kil, it seems that candidates with no party affiliations, the independents, are locked in fierce battles in Busan and Gwangju. Now, Busan is a key conservative stronghold, whereas Gwangju is a key liberal stronghold. So how do we explain the phenomenon this time around?
Well, Ganyang political analysts say the independent candidates are getting support because the 2 cities feel the need to implement a sort of a system of checks and balances.
The people of Busan, they've been electing the Saenuri candidate in every presidential election in the past, and they feel as if that even despite their consistent support, the presidents from the Saenuri Party haven't really done enough for their region. And also pretty much the same thing in Gwangju.
However, in the city of Gwangju, voters are upset that MPAD co-leader An Cheol-soo decided to nominate Yoon Jang-hyun as his party's candidate without holding primaries.
We had the historic first early voting, and the turnout was really high. How is that expected to affect the results of tomorrow's all-important voting?
Well, the analysts are divided on that question. Professor Han Kyu-sub of Seoul National University said it could go both ways.
So we don't really know what it means. I mean, it could possibly mean that people who probably wouldn't have voted may have actually turned out, or it could just be the same people who would have voted anyway, even without this early vote.
But he did say it is likely that the young people will be supporting the opposition party and the older generation voting for the conservative ruling party.
Now, Myung-kil, we have been talking for weeks about the impact that the Seoul ferry disaster may have on the local elections. What do analysts say?
Well, Gunnar, experts say last month's ferry disaster has definitely affected public sentiment and that the election will be seen as a referendum on the incumbent government.
So anyone who's an incumbent and anyone who's running as a nominee of the opposition party, they'll have a certain advantage because of the disaster. Now it has truly become sort of a midterm evaluation of the President Park's performance in the past year and a half.
Well, after the campaigning comes champagning for some, heartbreak for others. How are the candidates managing their final hours of campaigning?
Well, Daniel, the official campaign period ends Tuesday evening at midnight. Candidates have been following through with their planned schedules, meeting up with citizens and hammering home their main election pledges, many of which centered on safety. In light of the ferry disaster, most candidates said they would focus their efforts in office on making the nation safer by reforming the local government safety management systems and boosting public safety regulations. While this year's election campaigns have especially been toned down due to the Saenuri ferry accident, rival parties are making the most of their last-minute efforts to pull in as many votes as they can.
Well, they have a couple of hours left to make their last pitch and their last case to the voters. And we will all be watching for the election results tomorrow for signs of what kind of a statement that the voters will make with their ballots. Now, that was Ji Myung-kil reporting live on the June 4th local elections. Thank you.